Maternal neonatal tetanus steals the lives of 60,000 babies and women each year in third world countries. And in the next 5 minutes alone, another baby will have lost their life to MNT. So what can we do to help? Well, charity organisation Kiwanis International has joined forces with Unicef to try and eliminate MNT worldwide. To tell us more, please welcome the newly appointed Unicef ambassador, the gorgeous Carrie Bickmore. Congratulations, because Unicef approached you to do this role, and I think that's a reflection of the wonderful mother that you are, the work you've done on the project, because you're really passionate about compassionate stories. Let's first of all talk about maternal neonatal tetanus. What is it?
Well, it's not something we know much about here in Australia because we have great vaccines and all of us have been vaccinated, and our children get vaccinated, so it's not something we talk about often. But around the world, it is a disease. It's a horrible disease that affects the poorest of the poor. Every 9 minutes, a baby will die from neonatal tetanus. It affects the mothers as well. It's the sort of disease that spreads very quickly. It's found in the dirt and in dust. So these mothers that are birthing, in very bad areas that aren't very sterile, unhygienic conditions. They're, birthing in fields and in the dirt. When the umbilical cord's cut and it's, used with a knife or cut with a knife or a pair of scissors that isn't very sterile, the disease can, pop in there.
That's where it's handed over from
many different areas, but for the mothers and their new babies, that's one of the areas, and that's what Unicef and Kiwanis is working on, trying to get safe birthing practices happening for mums around the world.
Yep.
But one of the big things I think for me is that when I gave birth to my little boy, I had got an infection and I almost died, and I needed blood transfusions and a lot of things like that. For these mothers that give birth to these babies and then the babies get the tetanus, they don't have access to health services. They can't, like me, rush to a hospital and be treated within minutes. There's kilometres they need to walk to even possibly maybe reach
and highly
a health
likely
service.
that they will unfortunately die.
And when they get there, they're dying. And this is the thing, from something that is highly preventable and something we can do to prevent it.
So talk about the prevention. What can we do?
So the Eliminate project is about trying to reach 100 million women around the world in these countries where they haven't been able to eliminate tetanus so far. They did a similar campaign in '99 and they did vaccinate 100 million women. There's 35 countries that still have tetanus in it, but in some of the great places like Turkey and Egypt and the Democratic Republic of Congo, they've now been able to eliminate it. And with this campaign, if we can raise $110 million, we can then reach another 100 million women and eliminate the tetanus. It requires three vaccinations, 60 cents per vaccination.
That all?
So this is achievable. This is something we can do.
We're looking at here. We're looking at vision of the ladies there being vaccinated. So it's simple as that. It's funding the money for these vaccines.
Absolutely. And for us, it's if we donate $20, that can vaccinate 10 women. $50 can vaccinate 24 women. $100 if we can vaccinate 50 women. So for us sitting at home and approaching Mother's Day, if you're thinking of something to give your mum, it's a great gift and a great way to save mums and their babies.
My brother and his girlfriend for Christmas bought me a immunisation package for Africa, and he just said it was beautiful. I didn't get anything physically, but what I got out of it was that he said, George, you and Molly Rose had the benefit of immunisation and health in this country, and that's what all these mothers will get. I think it was $30 or something.
Absolutely, and that's the thing I think about my son Ollie. As you all know, giving birth to a baby is one of the most precious moments ever. Giving birth multiple times for you is the most precious moment ever. But to think within a month of looking after that baby, you then lose them, and that's what's happening for mums all over the world, and that's for me why it gets me quite emotional and why I want to do something about it, because I just think it must be such a horrific thing to have to go through. And the babies, the way they die, it's horrible. There's convulsions and seizures, and they stop feeding, and if you look into it, and I won't share any more details because it is quite horrific, it's a horrible way for a newborn baby to die.
So how can our viewers, darling, get on board? Do we go to Unicef's website?
You can go to Unicef's website. I know on the Circle website they've put all the details there, so that might be the easiest way to go. But the Mother's Day project is also mothersdayproject.com.au is Kiwanis' website, and you can go there and find out how much you can donate and how many mothers you can help and how many mothers you can vaccinate. So
thanks so much, Carrie. Would you please thank Carrie Bickmore, ladies and gentlemen? 60 cents. It's not much at all. No. 60 cents. You'll find more details on the Circle website.